2024 is here, and like it or not, you've got a decision to make. Do you want to ride in this, or do you want to ride in that? Do you want to ride in this, or do you want to ride in that? The Pontiac represents what got us here. Good old freedom and free will. Old reliable, if you will. The Pacer represents what someone else would like to put us in as our next ride. Not that the Pacer was a bad vehicle, but it was poorly thought out, under-designed, and as it turned out down the road, under-constructed. I wasn't kidding about the Grande Gringo thing. That's what the Mexicans used to call me. And I work all your asses into the ground and make you hear what you don't want to hear and make you see what you don't want to see. And he's sitting right here. Let's see if I can remember the intro. I am the Grande Gringo. I deal with the dead and the dying of the automotive world. I have the fastest wrench in central Wisconsin. And I have never been bested on the battlefield of rust. The dead and the dying part is key because I see machinery when it's already halfway in the junkyard and have to come up with ideas on how to keep it going and what mechanic might have done what to it that I could undo to make it last a little longer or what have you. I interrupt this madness to bring you a word about machinery. No matter what it is, the first time you fire it up and drive it, it's on its way to the junkyard. It might take a little while, but
Hocus
one way or another,
pocus.
it's going to get there. And it's all got to do with design and whether or not the company wants to put out a quality product that lasts for a long time or they want to build a piece of junk so they can build another one. That's how it works. How do I know? Because I've been doing this shit for years. They figured out how to build a decent car in the 80s, and they've been blowing smoke up our asses ever since, distracting us with doodads. But apparently they lasted too long, and they can't have that, so they had to cut back on quality and design, leading to what I call pretty bad vehicles. It's a double on whatever the hell that is. I now return you to the pointless YouTube blather. Even though I have my suspicions, I can't pinpoint the time when I started walking a path that most people haven't. But I know junk when I see it. So how about some mental gymnastics? Don't worry, it's not too hard. It's a 6-foot wide balance beam. Take away all the trappings of life. Your mama, your daddy, your baby girl, your cousin, your friend, your whatever. Even the things we distract ourselves with and seem to want to call important. Put yourself in a little dark room just like you see here. Yeah, I know, right? And take a selfish moment and think about what's best for you. You can have all your decisions made for you and your future mapped out from the day you're born until the day you die. Or you can be given an opportunity, at least wise within reasonable parameters, to map your own future. That's the choice we're facing. So in your selfish moment, in your dark little box where you're all alone, not worrying about any of the other things that got you here before you walked in, what's best for you? Somebody's been screwing with the machinery, folks. They don't want us riding around in our hot rod anymore. They have a whole different view of the future. And according to what the Grande Gringo is seeing, it's not what people think. My interest in this goes all the way back to the Freedom Train in 1976, when I stood in front of the Constitution and read as much as that damn thing as I could. I'd have made it to the end, but Mom got impatient and dragged me out the door. I knew then something wasn't right. It wasn't jiving up with what I was reading. and I've been watching it slowly burn away ever since. We have slurred the meaning of the words.
Hear me. Hear this. Among my people, we carry many such words as this from many lands, many worlds. Many are equally good and are as well respected. But wherever we have gone, no words have said this thing of importance in quite this way. Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words, proudly saying, that you called Id Plebnista was not written for the chiefs or the kings or the warriors or the rich or the powerful, but for all the people. Down the centuries you have slurred the meaning out of the words, we, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty for ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish this Constitution, these words, and the words that follow.
You must be off your rocker. If you think there's something wrong with that.
They must apply to everyone, or they mean nothing. Do you understand?
So, what do you think? You can ride in this, or you can ride in that. If the fire of liberty and justice for all doesn't burn in our hearts, we've already lost the damn